All right, thank you very much. How you guys doing this morning? You guys feeling good? You guys fired up to be here at LIFT 2018? People, we will do burpees until morale improves in here. How you guys doing this morning? All right, I'm Brent Gleeson. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's really an honor and pleasure to be here with all of you this morning. When a SEAL platoon is on patrol in enemy territory or sneaking into an enemy compound, the man in front is the point man. He's taking point, leading his team into what we call VUCA environments. And yes, that's one of the many acronyms we live by in the United States military, and it refers to the volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous environments that we're all a part of today. The Special Operations community, United States military in its entirety, have been existing in a constant state of VUCA and change since 9/11. And all of us here essentially train for war, and we fight to win. Readiness and maintaining a relentless focus on that mission narrative is the bedrock of that ability to win. We all, in our own way, run towards the sound of gunfire. We willingly go into harm's way without a second thought about self-preservation, because it's about our brothers and sisters to our left and right, our families back home. It's about each and every one of you. So how have we continued to sustain this fight and fight and defeat a very dangerous and decentralized enemy? It's because of your dedication, your passion, and your perseverance. Our culture of accountability, discipline, and trust fuels our ability to never be out of the fight. And that, my friends, is why we must continue to take point in these conflicts and why we must all always be all in all the time. Being all in all the time is a philosophy we hold dear in the SEAL teams, but it resonates and permeates the entire armed forces. It's about dedication and determination, persistence, giving everything we do, everything we've got, and nothing less. When December of 1999, I first made my decision to be all in. As it sometimes happens in a fit of youthful foolishness and indiscretion, I quit my corporate finance job and joined the United States Navy with a lofty dream of becoming a SEAL. Today is not about me. It's about each and every one of you. How we all have to maintain a focus relentlessly on our mission narrative. How we all have to sometimes, as we say, get comfortable being a little uncomfortable. Or as we say in the SEAL teams, we got a lot of sayings, you got to embrace the suck. We have to continue to embody an elite and winning mindset to build a winning culture. My time of taking the fight to the enemy has come to an end. So I sincerely and humbly thank each and every one of you for your continued service and sacrifice to this great nation. I am truly humbled and honored to be standing before you today. As you know, at some point in all of our careers, we have to learn to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Every single person in this room and watching this presentation has been pushed beyond their comfort zone, pushed beyond their limits from time and time again. But it's about our families, the teammates to our left and right that steady that resolve and ease that discomfort. Despite some of that fear, little pain, little discomfort, as you know, the United States military does in fact invest heavily in each of our ability to sustain this fight. To give you a unique perspective on that investment and some of that discomfort, I wanted to share with you an interesting fact. For example, it takes 18 months and costs millions of dollars to train and create one SEAL. That doesn't count the millions of dollars and years of arduous training once you make it to a team. That 18 months is broken into various segments. The first segment is 6 months long and called BUDS, which stands for Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL. I'm sure many of you have seen the SEAL movie Lone Survivor, unfortunately based on a true story. The opening scenes are actually from a Discovery Channel documentary about BUDS Class 234. We run classes every 2 months, 6 times a year. I followed them in Class 235. This will give us a little insight into that investment, that discomfort, and a little taste of what BUDS is all about. Oh, doesn't that look fun? Let's bring back such fond memories. At the end of the day, whether you're a SEAL, an airman, a Marine, a soldier, we all train for war and we fight to win. Failure to perform our job functions is not an option. But that mindset of accountability, discipline, and trust is how we all build winning teams greater than the sum of their parts. And the foundation, in large part, of teams with winning cultures are that whom embrace change and use change to our advantage. Since 9/11, we've all been in a constant state of transformation. Special Operations community, frankly the military in its entirety, we entered these conflicts after 9/11 essentially as a slower-moving 20th century organization. And we quickly realized that to move at the speed these wars required, We had to start rethinking and even redesigning our structures, our systems, our approach to operations, eventually transforming our mindsets and our culture to align with our new reality, which is to fight and defeat a very dangerous and decentralized enemy. So we too had to become more agile and decentralized. And a core fundamental element of a winning team and a winning culture that embraces change and uses change to its advantage is that of team trust. I'll tell you an interesting fact. Interacting with animals actually improves human social interaction in the areas of trust and empathy. That's why I thought these pictures were appropriate for the trust slide. And yes, that is a dog attached to my body as I jump out of the back of that plane. You know what he's thinking right now? Man's best friend, my butt. Thought we were going on a walk, bro. I want to tell you a brief story about trust from my class's Hell Week experience. Hell Week is the brutal crucible that few make it through, but all SEALs share. Hell Week starts on a Sunday, ends on a Friday afternoon. The class reports to the classroom early Sunday morning. The beauty of that day is that you don't know when Hell Week will commence. The anguish, the anxiety is literally eating away at your soul. So our class leader, who is the highest ranking officer in our class, in order to inspire and motivate us, he read to us the St. Crispin's Day speech from William Shakespeare's Henry V. He read aloud that famed line that says, "We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, for he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother." John passed away 4 days later. Thursday night of Hell Week, the fewest of us that were left were in the pool doing relay races. We lost John to a massive heart failure. We were assembled in the classroom not long after. The commanding officer of BUDS at the time walks in and addresses the class. And he says, "Gentlemen, listen up. Get used to this feeling that you have right now. This is what it's going to be like in the teams. You will lose teammates. You have to learn to control your emotions, stay focused on the mission, and trust each other as a team no matter what happens." And it was a bit of odd foreshadowing because several months later was 9/11. And that's when we all knew we'd be going to war where trust would be at an absolute premium. In closing, I wanted to share a brief poem with you guys. It's a poem authored by a Chief Tecumseh from the War of 1812. This poem is shared widely amongst the Naval Special Warfare community. The poem is titled Death Song. "So live your life so that the fear of death may never enter your heart. Trouble no one about their religion, respect others in their views, and demand that they respect yours. Love your life, perfect your life, beautify all things in your life, seek to make your life long and of service to your people. Prepare a noble death song for the day you go over the great divide. Show respect to all people, but grovel to none. When you rise in the morning, give thanks for the light, for your life and strength. And if you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies within yourself. And when your time comes to die, be not like those whose hearts are filled with the fear of death. So they weep and pray for a little more time to live their lives over again in a different way. Sing your death song and die like a hero going home." Now, even though this poem is titled Death Song, if you listen to those words, it's not about death, is it? It's about life. Living our lives to the fullest extent, creating and seizing every opportunity we have to be better. Not better for our own self-benefit, better for the teammates to our left and right, for the commands that we're a part of, the teams we lead, better for defending this great nation, for our communities, our families, bettering the lives of those around us, and hopefully one day making this world a little bit better place than we found it. So ladies and gentlemen, as you step forth onto your battlefield together as a team, setting and achieving lofty goals, pursuing excellence and innovation in all that you do, and achieving maximum performance, remember these three things. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Push yourself outside your comfort zone every chance you get. The more you do, the wider that area becomes. Next, remember that as we say in the SEAL teams, and like I said, we've got a lot of sayings, people. The only easy day was yesterday. Our work, our lives are always full of challenges. We simply have to face those challenges head on, controlling what we can and ignoring what we can't. Lastly, my friends, I ask that you be all in all the time. Ask yourself every day, at what level am I willing to participate on this team and in this life? And no matter what challenges and obstacles life throws your way, whether they be here at work, downrange, back home, with your family, spouse, kids, even things like divorce or illness, finances, no matter what it is, not if, but when you get knocked down, get back up every time and never, ever be out of the fight. God bless you guys. God bless the United States of America. Good luck in your journey. Thank you.